single change from their sensational away win over TS Galaxy that halted an 8-game winless run. Kabela makes way as Roman Patlele returns, a man who made close to a century of appearances for Sundowns between 2011 and 2016. He's up against his former side for a 17th time this evening. He's only ever managed one win. Here's like a Champions League quarterfinal in mind. 6 changes from last week's win over Arrows. Jaden Adams is suspended. Damane is rotated out of the 20-man squad. Kekana, Mokwena, Modiba and Matthews all dropped to the bench. Keanu Cupido returns from injury. Has Johannes drafted in alongside him. Basadine Allende and Rezinho return to the 11. And Monapule Saleng makes his... Less than 2 months after Sundowns cantered past Orbit in the capital, they come face to face again, and we are off in Rustenburg. Strong start for Sundowns, placed past the post by a man who has been in good goal-scoring nick of late. And it was on the score sheet again against Kukuni United as it's lifted in here for Saleh over the top. Well, the leap was brilliant. Great hang time. Just couldn't keep the header down.
Orbit College needs to be wary of those half spaces, the lines where Salas finds himself all the time free. Oyango has to be responsible to pick him up and identify him. Coming running. What a leap. Good cross from Senior there, but Salas can't keep it down. I think it was just too high.
The beginning of the year. This is the City Cupping. Played almost 40 games for Mamelodi Sundowns, scored 4 goals, had 11 goal contributions in all competitions. Premiership, when he scored against TS Galaxy last time out here, is Kapinga on the ball. It's not a good outlet. Lukele out of the area, brought down, referee. Opts not to find it accurately enough, Mabele. And now this is Santos. Sales, good control. Brilliant ball here for Saleng, who sets himself offside. And it came all the way through to Ikram Reyners from the deflected shots of Monapule Saleng, who set himself for quite a long time to take it with his weaker foot.
Absolutely, you can see that he was trying to get to his stronger foot, but the ball just rolled to the right, took a shot, it deflected on the defender, and Reyners was caught offside. Kapinga also to join in the party.
Extravagant touch.
Telling Johannes that I'm still here, but Koto, the skillful Mahala, and Saleng would know it very well because he's the same kind of player, and he doesn't like, skillful players don't like being dribbled. The earlier attempt, the 1-2 play, remember I said Koto loves to wing on his bike, but Kapinga, the turn, he wanted to play it back to Koto.
This is 190th top flight starts this evening. It has been Motwani, who really hasn't had that much of the ball, but understandable given the situation. Now Potsana has stolen it. Oh, well, it's ambitious, but perhaps in that situation, worth the efforts.
Brilliant from the captain, stealing that ball from Salas. No message for Salas that man is coming behind, and he wanted to catch him from the bench and took the job.
Cotton, just possessed by Mudao. Cleanly. I think it's quite in 2 minds as to whether to try and control or to off. Oh. Whatever thought Ponto was making, I had to cut it short for that. That's a superb tackle.
Listen.
Mudao. Venus. Clever idea now. Artz Sales whipped it towards the back post. Not a no, that's a brilliant goal. Fabulous. There's the 2 Portuguese combined. Santos setting up Rezinho. He finally bags his first Betway Premiership goal, and it is so critical of
the game in the second half. As an Ovid College, you have to get switched on. You look at without playing Reyners. Reyners pulls it back well. It was defended. Silence. He picks up the furthest post. That's what they've been doing the first half, and now they get punished when Santos turns and makes a third-man running ball. But what a setup from the Riaz on this, right? Santos setting up Riaz, and he just punishes, keeps it hard.
Salez. Saleng. And arriving there and going down. Referee says penalty. Now Kolisa Madam stole into momentarily get on the ball before he was chopped down.
First control it. Pashela just thought to go to the ball, but kicked at Modau. It becomes difficult in defense when you don't communicate as defenders. Man on, ball first, get to the man.
5. Reyners buries it. Expert penalty taker Ikram Reyners, for third season in succession, hits double
power behind that shot. He made sure that he connects to the ball, and you know, when Aubrey handed him the ball, we see earlier on, there, Mudau just getting the first touch onto the ball. Patela swinging it and kicking on Mudau, but look at that power. Grass cutter, stays low, under Kibwe, and it's beaten. But this is the type of strikers that we need. Lead.
We see some of the new rules being implemented. Time wasting now results in an opposition corner. Jointly top of the goal scoring charts in the Betway Premiership with 10 having netted from the spots. So gives Sundowns their cushion, and on comes the inspiration. Shishi gets the captain's armband.
Brilliant from Reyners, brilliant performance. You know, what wasn't. Did you see the skills?
Yeah.
That's what we talked about, you know, is managing time, game management, delaying moment. Gingana getting himself into trouble. Grant there, just clipping on the ankles of the substitute Morena. It was unnecessary. He just put it past him and he started running, and he just went to clip on the ankle. Very painful, uncalled for. He shouldn't do that, because also there's a cover that's covering him from the left-hand side.